Bryan, James, Why Him is one of those comedies in the tradition of Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, Meet the Parents, that awkward moment of meeting the folks. Would you have a favorite in that genre? I mean, what did you hope to bring to this with this film?
It's got a sort of it got a contemporary spin on it. You know, my character is wrapped up in the tech world. He's a video game designer. I'm in love with his daughter. He doesn't want me to be with her. That's sort of the A story conflict, but surrounding that is also this sort of battle of the generations and the old guard stuck in the stick in the mud, kind of stuck in their ways, and the new sort of generation that's making things happen.
Yes, it is about the old guard, wise, determined, handsome gentleman, good character, and some young idiots, and so you just have to deal with that when your daughter is attracted to the bad boy, and you find yourself saying, "Why him?"
Keegan-Michael Key, you are in this film, Why Me? But why him?
Why
but
him,
you've
yes.
had a fantastic year so far.
Yeah.
Storks.
Don't Think Twice.
Don't Think Twice. And you've also picked up an Emmy this year. And this genre of film, I mean, the whole awkward meet the parents kind of vibe. There's a great tradition of it in Hollywood.
Absolutely.
I mean, do you have a particular favorite?
I really like the most classic one, which is Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, because it just has a bunch of different layers, and there's more humor in that movie, and everybody thinks of that movie as the amount of humanity that's in it, and it's cutting edge. But there's also a lot of humor in that movie, and Sidney Poitier there's a lightness to him that you don't expect if you go back and watch it again.
Your role in this film, I mean, you're the guy who runs the household.
He's the estate manager. Is the estate manager? Yeah, estate manager for the house. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How did you come up with his mannerisms and his whole vibe and accent? I mean, was that something you worked on together with the director?
Yeah, with the director and James, we would sit in rooms and kind of improvise with each other about what in front of John, and John would kind of guide it and shepherd the feeling. So sometimes out of my mouth would come words I weren't expecting about saying, for the times that I lived in the ashram. Oh, okay, so I lived in an ashram. You're just like ideas are coming out of your mouth, like write that down. That's true. And it was great because it helped James and I John facilitated me and James' creativity in regard to finding the character that way, as opposed to sitting in a room and writing it all out and thinking it out.
Is it a kind of a reawakening for you in a way to have that chemistry with somebody who's not your normal
Jordan?
partner, Jordan
Right,
Peele?
yeah.
You're playing opposite somebody different.
Very exciting. It was very exciting to have that. It's a very immediate intimacy that you have with a group of people, but more than anyone with James. Yeah. And James and I are very different people. He's very kind of thoughtful. He's very much like Jordan. He's very kind of thoughtful and quiet, and leads a pretty considered life. and I'm a very kind of impulsive and loud person. But we really clicked. We really clicked. It was lovely.
Bryan, I have to ask you, I mean, you've been doing so many great dramas this year, and we last saw you in The Infiltrator. Excellent. Returning to a comedic character, especially when we saw you in Malcolm in the Middle as a father, is there kind of a sense of familiarity for you, or did you want to explore it in a different way coming to this?
After Breaking Bad, I was being thought of only in the dramatic sense again. So it's like, all right, well, then I'm going to look for comedy. And when this came up, James was already attached to it, and I thought, that's good. And it's a comedy, a big comedy by an established director in a big studio. It's like, these are all the elements that you want. It doesn't mean it's a guaranteed success. We both felt very comfortable that this could work, and we were very lucky, though, that all the elements came together, and it did work. Why Him is very funny.